Vanity metrics are metrics or statistics that are presented in order to make something look good. It might be to make a project look good, or a team, or perhaps even a certain person. Vanity metrics tell a misleading story. They'll tell a pretty story, but they won't provide the kind of information that you need to make sensible decisions. So, for example, if you find that you're reworking an e-commerce website and the hit rate on the website goes up, you might present that as evidence that the project's going well because more people are engaging with that website. But in the case of an e-commerce website, what you perhaps should be looking for, perhaps, is an increased transaction rate, people buying more stuff. Just because people are visiting the site more or more often doesn't necessarily translate into more product being sold or more services being sold. The key thing about vanity metrics is the metrics themselves aren't necessarily bad. It's fine to measure the number of hits on a website, but you've got to be clear about why you're doing it. And you've got to be clear about what it is you say those metrics represent. It's no use pretending. If you're pretending that the metrics represent something that simply isn't true, then you've got a problem. You need to measure what you care about, and what you care about should be the metrics that actually tell you something and allow you to make informed decisions. Vanity metrics need to be compared with actionable metrics. Actionable metrics are those measures that tell you what you need to know about how work is actually progressing, about how successful an initiative is being, and whether or not certain course corrections, certain changes need to be made. Again, the metrics themselves aren't good or bad. There's no such thing as a good measure or a bad measure. What matters is the hypothesis behind it. What exactly is it you are trying to prove or to demonstrate here? So, if you establish the hypothesis that by revamping a website in a certain way, the hit rates will go up, and the hit rates do go up, then that's fine. That isn't a vanity metric. On the other hand, if you hypothesized that by revamping an e-commerce website, the number of transactions would go up and profits would increase, but if you then just show the number of hits on that site going up, you've got a vanity metric. What you should be looking for, of course, would be transactions and the quantities of those transactions. That would be an actionable metric. So, metrics are good. We need to care about metrics. We need to take them so we can inspect and adapt a process in a controlled manner. But we have to be on our guard to make sure that the metrics we do take are done for a clear purpose in order to test a clear hypothesis, and that we aren't presenting vanity metrics instead.